All right, guys, full disclosure, I'm unboxing these right now, and I realized they do not have hot cues. Yikes. What they do have, though, is memory cues. So I'm going to show you guys how to convert your hot cues into memory cues, and it's kind of sucks, but it's better than nothing. So I got my USB here. I can see it there. So what I'm gonna do to change all my hot cues to memory cues is load my track. So just click and drag it there. I can see my track in there. And then if I go here, I can see my hot cues, right? I got 3 in this track. So these will not load at all on my system. But what I can do is I can go to memory cue and just manually add these in. So first things first, you want to add one at the beginning of the track. Otherwise, it's automatically just going to play from the first one you set. So in my case, since I don't have hot cues early in the song, it's just going to start playing here. And then the only way for me to get all the way to the beginning of the song is to use the jog wheel to go all the way back. And that is a massive pain in the ass. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set one at the beginning. So I already have my cue point at the beginning, just automatically. As you can see there when I click that. So since that's there, that's where I want to set the first one. So I'm just going to hit memory, and you can see that's set to the first one. So now I'm going to go and do the second one. So I'm just going to scroll. There we go. And then this is very important. Hit the cue button to get that little arrow at where your hot cue is. Because that's the thing that the memory is reading, is that orange arrow. So wherever that orange arrow is what you're setting in the memory. So then hit memory, boom. So I got my second one. And then third, boom. And fourth. There we go. All right, so now for this track, all my hot cues have been converted to memory cues, and I'll be able to see them on this like ancient brand new thing that I just bought. I'm probably going to return these after this event just because I don't know how I feel about not having the hot cues. But there are some other features on these that I really do like, which is why I got them. But anyway, so then anyone else who's sort of new to this and isn't super familiar on how to export, so once I've done that with my entire playlist, I'm going to go and I'm going to export this USB. So in order to do that, I go up here, go to export. There we go. And then go down here to my sync manager. And if you've never done this before, this box up here will not have a check mark in it. So just check that, and then you'll be able to select whatever playlists you want to be on that USB. I've already loaded this one before, so it's kind of preset already. So anyway, once you get everything all checked up, you hit this big arrow here. And then everything will start to sync. That one went really fast because I only had that one track that I made those changes on, but let's just select another one to maybe show. So I'm going to select this one. That's going to be a new one. Okay, and we'll click that over. There we go. Okay, so you saw that one went really fast also. So you kind of saw some stuff happening down here. Here, we'll just select a couple to see if we can get it to take a little bit longer. There we go. Okay, so there we go. So now it's loading. I can see it loading down there. So if you're loading this for the first time, you're going to want to wait until everything is 100% loaded down there before you take your USB out of your computer. So once everything's loaded, I don't have anything loading on the bottom. I go down here, I hit this little eject button. There we go. All right, now I am free. I like to look on my desktop too to make sure it's actually out. I'm free to take this out. Okay. And also, I like to use these because they go so much faster. They're more expensive, but it's half Type-C, half USB, so that I can load super fast through my laptop and then still use the USB for any kind of player. So then I go and I plug this in here. Oh my gosh. And I'm doing this because I've had so many moments where I've used other people's systems. Sorry, it's really hard to do this one-handed. There we go. Okay, so I got that. So I got that in there. So now what I'm going to want to do is hit this USB button there. And then since we had everything, I had everything in a playlist. So I don't have any artists or albums. You guys will probably have some of that data. If you want to load all your data, you can hit this menu button here and hit load. I don't use MP3s, I use waves, so my setup's a little bit different, but anyway, all my playlists are in this playlist thing here. It looks like it does organize it for track and key also, but I tend to just use playlist, and I'm scrolling using this little thing here. So playlist, so I'm gonna go into my sets. Actually, I'm just gonna hit this one because this is that track that I just added those points to. So I'm gonna load that there. Boom. And so now, since I loaded, it's starting on that first cue point there. So since I loaded that, I can see that in there. And then to click through to your next cue point, you'll just hit these buttons here. All right. And then to get your USB to link to the other CDJ, you'll just hit this link button here. I had done that before and it looks like it just stayed on that setting. So yeah, I'll just hit link, then I can go USB, I can go to playlist, and boom, there's all my sets. And the last one I had was the petting zoo. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So you won't have, usually the hotkey buttons are over here, but instead you have these sweet beat divide buttons, which I really like. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I would say the only other thing with this is to make sure your USB is formatted FAT32 before you load anything on it. So FAT32 is, just Google it. It's a way of clearing your USB device and formatting it before loading anything onto it. So I would recommend doing that just because that's what I did and clearly it's working. The other thing is for the day of, what I'm going to do is have the setup be 1, 2, and I do have a third one, so I'll probably do all 3 on channels 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to have channel 1 here, channel 2 here, channel 3 here. And then channel 4 is going to be all of your external controllers, assuming I can figure out how to get those connected to this. So should work. Still, I have some work I got to do today, but after that, I'll be able to figure that out probably today or tomorrow. So anyway, stand by on all your questions. I think it's going to be a ton of fun, and I'm really excited to use this new system other than the hotkey part. So, and my sound system is fucking amazing. You guys are going to love it. All right. Thanks. Peace and love. Bye.